Hello, everyone. My name is Meg Horn, and I'm a travel sales manager here at AAA Northeast. Thank you all so much for joining us this morning. We are so excited to have our friends from Travel Impressions with us today. Before we get started, I just want to review a few housekeeping tips with all of you. All participants are currently muted, but we'd love to hear from you. So if you have any questions, please just pop into the chat box and we'll be happy to answer them. The session is being recorded and will be posted on our website later this week in case you missed anything or want to take another peek. This recording and others is on our Next network and can be found at aaa.com/travel center. Here at AAA Northeast, safety and advocacy are pillars of our brand. And now, more than ever, we want to ensure that our travelers have all of the resources and support they need to travel confidently when the time is right for them. This is why we created the Travel Center, a simple and central resource to keep members informed on changes and updates in the travel industry. Our agents are all in the process of becoming Smart Depart certified. Smart Depart certification means that our agents are poised and ready to assist and support our members with their travel plans in the new landscape. Using a travel agent is more important than ever these days, and a Smart Depart certified agent can help secure the travel plans with the peace of mind that's needed in today's world. So when was the last time you were daydreaming about a beach chair with your feet in the sand or maybe a private cabana? Well, lucky for you, Heather and Michelle from Travel Impressions are here to tell you all about what you can turn those daydreams into reality. Let's dive right in. Ladies, what can AAA members look forward to when visiting Mexico and Punta Cana with Travel Impressions?
All right, thank you, Megan. I think the last time I was dreaming about being in a cabana bed on the beach was about 5 minutes ago, as I was getting ready for the presentation, right? So anyway, we thank you guys for taking time out of your day to join us, and we're super excited to share with you two really popular destinations right now. There are some restrictions in a lot of areas, but Mexico and Punta Cana have really worked hard so that they can be open for business, and we're going to share some of those details with you. But let me explain a little bit about our company on the next slide here. Travel Impressions is a tour operator or a wholesaler, and we work exclusively with travel agents. We do not sell direct to the consumer. We deal directly with travel agents because we know they're your best resource when it comes to creating a relationship with someone who is going to put your best interest at heart to make sure your vacation dreams become long-lasting memories. Travel Impressions kind of works behind the scenes, you know, putting together the hotel and the airline and the ground operator and being there 24/7 for customer service, you know, should something, you know, you need some assistance while you're traveling. And we've been doing this for over 45 years, and we've won a lot of awards throughout the industry for great service, making sure that your vacation is everything you want it to be from beginning to end. And you know, we can really make any kind of vacation fit right now to whatever budget that you have. We specialize in customized vacation packages, so it's not a cookie cutter experience. It's not, you know, package A or package B. It's really you consulting with your travel counselor at AAA about what you're looking to get out of your vacation experience, how long you want to be gone, what kind of resort. Are you a beach person? Are you a pool person? Are you looking for activities? You know, what are the things that are most important to you? And then your experienced travel agent at AAA will be able to put you together with us and put you in just a perfect resort to meet your vacation needs. So why do you want to go on a vacation now? You know, well, why not? Like I said, who wouldn't be dreaming after 6 months or more of quarantining and being a little tired from staring at the same four walls a little bit and seeing a lot of the same people. Love my husband, but yeah, I've seen him more this last year than I think I've seen him in the 15 years of marriage, since I've been home more than normal. So I know that's the same for a lot of you. You're ready to get out and relax. And right now you can really take advantage of the offers that are out there to kind of upgrade your experience. So even if you're going back to maybe a favorite resort that you've been to before, now's the time to take advantage of low rates to upgrade to those special suites that you've seen when you're there to kind of upgrade that experience. You also can really stretch out and enjoy the room and the space at the hotels and resorts right now. Currently in Mexico and in Punta Cana, the capacity max that they can have in their hotels due to COVID restrictions is they're at 60%. And that is an increase from where they were most of the summer at 30%. So I think that speaks highly to the things that they've put into place to make sure customers can have a safe experience, that they've been able to expand their capacity because they've been able to prove that they have really great safety protocols in place. But we've had a lot of agents and a lot of our own team who have been in destination and who've been seeing these resorts. And I would say on average, they're about 30 to 40% full. So that means you really have all the room in the world to really spread out, enjoy the resort, not feel overcrowded, not be fighting for a beach chair from somebody. You have all the room, and again, tons of great benefits and perks, which we'll share with you as we go through the presentation. So the next question is, why Mexico and Punta Cana? And I said kind of at the beginning, they've made it really easy for you to travel to Mexico and Punta Cana right now. Of the destinations we sell, these are definitely the top selling destinations for a lot of reasons. They're some of our top selling destinations anytime. They're quick and easy to get to. There's lots of great nonstop flights. There's tons of options on where you can stay from any kind of budget that you're in or any kind of vacation experience that you're looking for. They have so many options to choose from and so much to do while you're there. And, you know, again, they used the time that they were shut down to, they quickly pivoted and looked at what do they need to do to make sure that when things pick back up and people start traveling again, how are they going to make sure that customers feel safe when they're traveling? So I want to turn it over to Rochelle now to share some of the things that we have in place to help your AAA agent guide you to the right decision and some of the things the destinations have put into place. So Rochelle, I'll turn it over to you.
Thank you, Heather. So yes, speaking of safety, we know that health and safety is really the #1 concern in travelers right now deciding whether or not they're going to take that vacation. So what we've done is we've come up with our Trip Trust initiative. Our Trip Trust initiative has identified roughly 2,000 hotels and resorts within our portfolio that are clearly meeting the health and safety protocols and guidelines of the CDC, the WHO, or even using private outside companies that specialize in health, safety, and sanitation. So whenever you're booking with your AAA travel advisor, they will be able to clearly tell by booking with us which hotels are meeting these requirements by that Trip Trust logo that you see on the screen. And of course, all of the hotels that we're going to talk about today meet these Trip Trust guidelines. So this way you can feel secure in knowing that you're traveling to a place that takes health and safety as a #1 priority and concern. So if you want to go over. Now, all hotels are really doing something a little bit differently. And if you could just click through so you can see all the pictures. Thank you. And one more. Perfect. So all the hotels, like I said, that we're going to talk about are really doing very similar initiatives, but all of them have a little bit of a unique quality to them. So with AM Resorts in particular, they are labeling their protocols as the Clean Complete Verification. And I'm talking specifically about them because I have actually just recently traveled to Mexico and Punta Cana. So I was in Mexico in late August, and I was in Punta Cana just 2 weeks ago. So I was definitely itching to get away, and I'm so glad that I did so that I can share my personal experiences with you to help you guys feel more secure in knowing what these hotels are doing from firsthand experience. So the picture that you see here on the left-hand side, that was my most recent stay at Punta Cana. When you arrive into both Cancun and Punta Cana, you will see a picture that I show here of the airport, where wherever there is like a wraparound line or, normally any kind of line with various individuals, they have the floor markers to ensure proper spacing between parties. Also, with the limited capacity that the resorts are under right now, as Heather mentioned, being at just 60% occupancy at most, naturally the airports are much less crowded than they ever were. So really spacing is really not a concern when you're arriving into these destinations. And I can tell you that in the United States, we have these same floor markers in our airports as well to ensure the proper spacing. And actually, even at the gates, the seats are marked every other seat to make sure that there's enough space between parties. When you arrive into Punta Cana, there are thermal scanners in the ceiling to scan everyone's temperature as they're arriving. If you are shown to have a temperature, they will pull you aside and do a COVID test, and that's specifically in Punta Cana. I personally did not witness anyone getting a COVID test. If you want to take a COVID test before you travel, that would, definitely be all right and probably a good idea if you want to be extra secure. But that's what they're doing in Punta Cana to ensure that everyone arriving does not have a temperature. Once you get through customs, you will be greeted by Amstar with a smile. It's hard to tell they're smiling because they will be wearing their masks and their proper equipment, but you can tell by their friendly faces that they're absolutely excited to have you there. They will bring you over to your transfer vehicle, and Amstar is our designated company for transfers. When you get to your vehicle, they actually disinfect your luggage before putting it in the vehicle. They give you hand sanitizer, again, to make sure that you're feeling, secure and clean, and then they will take you off to your hotel. When you arrive at your hotel, you are again greeted by a worker in a mask, but you can tell they're smiling beneath that mask.
Sorry, I didn't quite catch that. Could you please repeat it?
You will tell that they are smiling between that mask, and they will greet you with hand sanitizer as well. Not shown here, when you arrive at the property, there is also like a mat for your shoes, so they ask that you sanitize your shoes as well. When they take your luggage off of the Amstar vehicle, they again sanitize that. So there's really no shortage of hand sanitizer in Mexico or the DR. So you absolutely feel safe and secure. And actually in Dreams Macau in Punta Cana, they even went as far as to sanitize my cell phone. So they really are taking all of the extra special precautions to make sure that you feel safe. But going back to the pictures, what you see on the left-hand side there is my room at Dreams Macau in Punta Cana. You will see that in the right-hand side of that picture, there is that room check. So when you arrive to your hotel room, you will have that banner on your front door to ensure that this room has been cleaned and sanitized. When you walk inside, you know you are absolutely the first person to be in that room because all of the high-touch amenities are sanitized and sealed in plastic. So you can see in my pictures here that the remote control, the tablet, which is used to order room service, book spa appointments, or just find out information about the resort, as well as the bath amenities are all sealed in plastic, showing that this has been sanitized and cleaned. You can still order room service, and actually at AM Resorts, they have room service normally 24 hours. I found in Punta Cana, due to COVID, they were limiting this until 11 p.m., but there's still food readily available if for some reason you're hungry after 11. And they also scan your temperature at check-in. They scan your temperature whenever you are going to a restaurant or entering in any kind of room or facility. So you're constantly checked and monitored and making sure that you're feeling healthy and safe. And I've also included here, just a picture of a worker because you can see that they still have welcome drinks. They still want you to have fun and enjoy your vacation. They don't want you to feel scared or unsure. They want to make sure that you're having a good time. And with everything being at 60% occupancy, I found that I felt I had the resort completely to myself. I mean, these are very large properties that are meant to be filled. So when it's only half filled with just 60% occupancy, there is no shortage of beach chairs, pool chairs, everything is properly spaced out. So you can really enjoy that vacation and also feel safe and secure. If you want to go to the next. So I'll turn it back over to Heather.
Thanks, Rochelle. Great job. And I just loved following along with Rochelle on her social media pages when she was traveling. It felt like it was virtually there with her. And I think I kind of virtually went there with her again. So thanks, Rochelle. So let's get into the fun part. Let's talk about the destinations and the hotels. And I want to start with this question. What type of traveler are you right now? On the next screen, we're going to show you the 4 types of vacations we're going to talk about today. And I want you to pop into the chat right now and add and share what kind of vacation traveler are you right now? Are you looking for family travel, looking for a little culinary delight? Maybe you want to get away and, you've been in that quarantine, you've got that quarantine 15 and you want to go away to a spa and a wellness to kind of reset. Or you just want to reconnect with loved one outside of the home and away from the stress of every day with something romantic. So share what kind of traveler you are, and we're going to share some of our top picks as to what we think are great resorts for these different options. So we're going to start with romance. So our top pick for romance is Secrets Resorts and Spas. These resorts are adults only. They're couple-centric hotels. The lovely thing about these properties is that they are completely all-inclusive. All of the meals, all of the drinks, a lot of the activities are available, and it's wristband free. There's no wristband that you have to wear while you're there. It's just unlimited luxury the entire time you're there. 24-hour concierge and room service available. Of course, as Rochelle mentioned, some limitations in some of the resorts due to COVID for that 24-hour room service, but you do have food available 24 hours a day. And they specialize in really great activities. They've got themed parties. They do a lot of fun things for couples. Again, these are couple-centric hotels. So they do things like wine and paint sessions, taco making, movies under the stars, and there's all kinds of really great little places that you can tuck away with your significant other and find a romantic spot. Much like in the photo there at Secrets Maroma Beach, which is the top right photo where the couple are swimming out there, and that's from their swim out suite. A lot of these resorts have rooms on the ground level that you can swim out into a very private pool that's shared with a few other rooms that can swim out, and it's so nice to be able just to walk out. And I like to do that like at the end of the day, you're coming back to your room and maybe you want to enjoy a glass of champagne and have one more little dip before you get ready for dinner. You can step outside, right outside your room, and enjoy that at Secrets Maroma, which is also on an award-winning beach that has been named one of the top 10 beaches in the world year after year after year. I call it the magic sand beach because when you step out into the sand, no matter how hot it is, your feet are cooled off and it's white and powdery, and it is just so beautiful. Down below there is Secrets Playa Mujeres. Actually still on that slide, if you want to go back to Secrets for me. I want to tell you about the other three resorts that I'm showing here. We have Secrets Playa Mujeres in the bottom right-hand corner, which is also, Secrets Maroma is in the Cancun area. You fly into Cancun, it's in Riviera Maya, just south of the Cancun airport. Secrets Playa Mujeres, you also fly into Cancun, and this is just north of the Cancun hotel zone in Playa Mujeres, which is a gated community. You come in and you have this beautiful Secrets Playa Mujeres resort, and I know it's a little bit of a small picture, but if you see all those little rooms right along the beach around that ground level, they kind of sit, the pool's sitting up kind of high, and then just below that, right on the beach, are these luxurious villas that sit there that have their own private plunge pool that is exclusive to that villa. They sit right on the beach. You are just, if you want to get away, but you're not necessarily wanting to be around people, this is the perfect spot for you, and it is absolutely gorgeous. And again, like I said earlier, with the great rates, you can really upgrade to these kind of room categories right now. Secrets Acamal, which is the picture on the bottom left, is also in the Riviera Maya area, just south of Cancun. And beautiful layout of this property, easy to get around, gorgeous beach. But the neat thing on this beach in Acamal is that it's known, Acamal means turtle in the Mayan language, and there are turtles, sea turtles, that swim right off of this beach. I highly recommend getting up in the morning before it gets too crowded. And of course, right now it's not going to be that crowded, but they have snorkel gear that's included, or you can bring your own. Obviously, right now you might want to grab one of those face masks that covers your whole face and just go right out and snorkel, and you can swim with sea turtles. I experienced it myself, came face to face with a sea turtle, and it was just magical. And then the top left corner is Secrets Cana, and that's in Punta Cana. And I know I mentioned Maroma Beach, but I have to say this is another gorgeous beach. And Punta Cana is kind of famous for their beaches. And the neat thing about the beaches in Punta Cana, as you can see in this photo, they're dotted with palm trees. And the water is just crystal clear here, and you can walk out for, I want to say miles, but it probably wasn't miles. Rochelle and I actually experienced this resort together, and we tested that to see how far out in the water we could go. And I would say we were at least a good 100 yards out in honor of football season, and just a fabulous resort. And this property also has some nice swim out suites. But I'll turn it over to Rochelle now to talk about some of our picks for family travel. I think you're muted.
Sure.
There you go.
Yeah, sure. And Heather, we totally could have gone further, but I think we just chickened out.
That's true.
But our picks for family resorts would be Dreams Resort and Spa. So this is actually the Dreams Macau that I was just recently at in Punta Cana, is one of our top picks for families. And I can say after staying there, they had so much to do for children. They even have these beautiful 2-bedroom and family style suites right in front of a huge water park that the kids would just have so much fun at. I know I would love going to a place like that back in the day when I was a child, but there's just so much to do here for children. But what you see on the top corner there is the Dreams Natura. So this is actually brand new, and they also have water slides and a huge water park here as well. In addition to a water park, they also have the aerial ride, which is essentially like zip lining. I have not had the pleasure of staying at this property yet, but I was able to see this as it was being built. So to see the finished product, it is truly stunning. I mean, what you see here on the top left-hand corner is the spa. So even though we label this as a family, our top pick for family, I think couples would enjoy this as well, especially if you are into spa and massages and hydrotherapy. I mean, this is just extremely unique. It looks like it was built right into nature. And then the Dreams Macau property, like I mentioned, I was just here. And as Heather said, the beaches in Punta Cana are just spectacular, dotted with palm trees. Same goes for Macau Beach. Macau Beach actually reminded me a little bit of Hawaii in terms of the scenery. There was just magnificent cliffs in the distance. The sand was like a golden sand, so it was great for beach lovers. They do have kids clubs here as well. What's great about Dreams properties and Secrets is no wristbands are required, so you don't have to worry about that crazy tan line. There's no wristbands required, and there's just tons of activities right now to do for the children to do and enjoy.
Great, thanks, Rochelle.
No problem.
The next destination, or the next type of travel we're going to go into, is the culinary experience. So if you're like me, I am a foodie. I love wonderful food, probably more than I should. But El Dorado Spa and Resorts by Charisma, these are all located in the Riviera Maya primarily. They have a few other destinations, but primarily they're located in Mexico. And the El Dorado Spa Resorts, again, an adult-only experience. They do have some family properties, just as an FYI, but the El Dorado Spas are exclusive to adults, and they are all-inclusive. And they specialize in culinary delights and decadent dining. They can accommodate any kind of dietary needs. They offer gluten-free, vegan, allergy-restricted diets. They can accommodate that. And by the way, this is a AAA 4 Diamond property at the El Dorado, so they're definitely involved with AAA in that side, and they consider themselves to be gourmet inclusive. Primarily considered gourmet inclusive because of the dining experience. They have a monthly culinary series with renowned chefs that come in with sommeliers and do wine pairings throughout the meal. And I had the opportunity to experience this one time when I was there. And it was, you know, these chefs that were coming in, and this experience were chefs from Canada. And the whole week was based on beef and meat, because it was Canada. And right. So it was delightful, but we went through the whole meal, and they have a dining theater, a culinary theater there on property at the El Dorado resort, at this particular El Dorado resort, and they can take you in and have a dining experience while you're watching the food be prepared. They have large screen TVs that are up on, suspended from the ceiling. It's a huge palapa dining experience, and then you can see out as they're making the food. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful resort. And it's also great for romance. As you can see, the couple here in their private little plunge pool. One of the specialty things about the El Dorado Royale property is that it's a pretty large property, and they have all types of different room categories, but they also have the El Dorado casitas that are connected to this property. The casitas are pretty unique because it's a cluster of little bungalow rooms that are maybe, I don't know, 15 to 20 bungalows situated around their own pool. They're all beachfront. Some of the rooms have private plunge pools. Some of the casitas are swim out. Any way you put it, though, they're romantic and gorgeous. And the nice thing is you feel like you're in a small little boutique hotel during the day with your own little pool that's shared there. That has, each one of those pools has their own swim up bar. They have cabanas on the beach that are readily available. There are plenty for everyone. So, for people who don't necessarily want to be around a lot of people, this gives you that small boutique experience. But the resort is huge. So when you walk into the main resort area, you still can go to the culinary dining theater. You have, a multitude of restaurants on property. Gorgeous. There's 2 spas at this property, one in the casitas area, one in the main area. And it's just a wonderful, wonderful property. So this is definitely our pick for culinary experience. And I failed to mention one of the key things that makes their dining experience so unique. They have an on-property greenhouse, and so all of their, vegetables and tomatoes and all of these wonderful things, their herbs and seasonings and spices are grown right there on property. You can take a tour to see it. It's a hydroponic. I'm not saying that right, Rochelle. I've lost the word.
Right.
They grow it in water instead of in dirt, whatever that word is. But it's their own little greenhouse on property, and the vegetables and things are fresh and delightful. So they just really put a lot of detail into the culinary experience, and they're very proud of it, and they should be, because it's wonderful.
Absolutely. So moving on to our pick for wellness. Unico 2087. So I have had the pleasure of staying here quite a few times. And when we say wellness, we're not just talking about spa, we're just talking about total tranquility, being pampered, being relaxed, and that extra level of service. When you arrive at this property, you will see that it makes you feel like you're in authentic Mexico just by the style of the decor. You will be greeted immediately upon arrival, and they'll give you like 4 different candles, ask you to smell them and pick your favorite, and that's what your room is going to smell like from that point forward. So those extra touches to make you feel really pampered and a personalized experience is done tremendously at Unico 2087. Every room will also include their own private assistant or butler. They will encourage you when you arrive to download their app, and I strongly encourage this as well. Because not only do you order room service from the app, but if you are just this, lazy or wanting to enjoy, and you're sitting at the pool, all of the pool chairs have numbers on them. So you can actually order food from the app to be delivered to that chair by the chair number. So that's just the extra touch of service that you literally never have to get out of the pool, unless of course you need to use the restroom, but they will bring the food right to you. They also have a soap bar, so you can pick what kind of soap you'd like to use in the shower. They have chocolate soap, lemon soap, just those extra level of touches. Also, all of the spa is included here. So the only thing that you need to pay is the 25% service fee for doing a spa treatment. So normally, a spa appointment might be $200. But with just the small service fee, you're only paying $50 for a full 90-minute massage. What they have here also is unique. They have a 4-handed massage, meaning you have 2 masseuse specialists giving you a massage at once. So this is just the extra level of complete wellness and tranquility. The gym here is also pretty amazing as well. I'm personally a very big fan of gyms in resorts, and I judge a resort by their gym, and the gym here is wonderful as well. The beach is also very expansive, so they have a good beach, beautiful blue turquoise waters. And like I said, just that extra touch of the added care that the butler gives you. Also with room service here, it's important to note that sometimes when you order a room service in other properties and you ask for it to be delivered at 7 a.m., they're on island time, and sometimes it comes at 7:15, 7:30. But when you order room service here, it comes literally on the dot of whatever time you requested it. And you can do it the night before so that when you wake up at 7 in the morning, you have fresh coffee and whatever kind of meal you want delivered to your room. So this is definitely our top pick for wellness. And another pick for wellness, if you're looking at the Punta Cana area, so Unico is in Mexico and Riviera Maya. It's about an hour from the airport, so you definitely need about a 4-night stay. But our top pick for wellness in Punta Cana would be the Zoetry Agua Punta Cana. This is a smaller boutique property. Now, Zoetry is family friendly, whereas Unico is adult only. The one thing to note, though, about Zoetry being family friendly is that there's really not a whole lot of activity here geared for children. So what you do find here, if you do find kids, you find that it is, a family that maybe brings a nanny with them to watch over a small child. or a very well-traveled child who doesn't really need a kids club but wants to, do what the grown-ups are doing. So there's not a whole lot of activity here for children, so you do find mostly adults that come to this property. Like I mentioned, it's a small boutique property and they really cater to each individual traveler. So you really feel so special when you're here, like you're the only person at the resort. With the hotels capped at 60% occupancy, I can tell you that you are getting extra pampered right now if you choose Zoetree Agua Punta Cana, just because of that high level of service they already have, now combined with less people at the resort, but still the same amount of staff catering to everyone's need. Whenever you book the Zoetree Agua Punta Cana, it automatically includes complimentary 45-minute horseback riding on the beach, which is an extra special touch. Every Zoetree property will include something unique. The Zoetree in Punta Cana will include the horseback riding. And if you book one of their higher room categories, not only do you get the horseback riding, but you will also get a helicopter transfer that will take you from the Punta Cana airport to the property by helicopter. So you'll arrive feeling like a rock star. This is definitely more about tranquility, like I mentioned, with no kids activities. There's also not a whole lot of a party atmosphere at this resort. It's more about, yoga on the beach, relaxation, eating, fine dining, healthy, kinds of foods. So this is definitely where you would go if you want that peace, tranquility, and also just to feel extra pampered in Punta Cana. Enhancing the experience. We mentioned briefly in the beginning about Amstar. Amstar is our sister company that we use for our transfers, and this is also the company that we use to book excursions. It is always recommended to talk with your AAA travel advisor about pre-booking excursions so that you have something set in stone, ready to go, and you're not trying to scramble while you're on property to get a last-minute spot on one of the excursions that they offer. Some excursions that I recently did, even during COVID, when I was in Cancun in August, I did the Jungle Tour in Cancun, which I highly recommend. You ride these little mini speedboats and it takes you out to this beautiful coral reef area where you snorkel for about a half hour. All the snorkel equipment was in clear plastic, and then after you use the equipment, they do dispose of it. So this way you're ensured that there's no cross-contamination. You're the only person to use that equipment. So all of the excursions are still following all of the health and safety protocols. When you check in for any excursion, you do have to wear your mask. And then obviously when you're in the water, you don't need to wear your mask or anything like that, but checking in, they do require you to wear a mask. And we have great incentives and added features for AAA clients where you can actually get a discount when you pre-book an excursion. So it's definitely important to talk with your AAA advisor and figure out what excursion is best for you and to plan it in advance. And we have what I think is the longest Black Friday sale in the history of Black Friday sales. So this is actually taking place right now, and it goes all the way through bookings made through December 3rd for travel through next year. We have over 80% off right now of hotels and resorts. And when you're booking Punta Cana in Mexico, the hotels and other properties within that we're talking about today, you will get an additional $300 savings. So like Heather mentioned in the beginning, the savings and the deals right now are so incredible. And knowing that when you arrive on property, you are going to be met with nothing but the highest standards of health and safety protocols, there's really no reason not to take advantage of these amazing offers.
All right, thank you, Rochelle. So, why are you here today? Why are you here listening to us at Travel Impressions and joining this AAA presentation? You're here because the AAA brand is something you can trust. They've been in business for over 100 years, and I personally used to work at AAA. It's where I started my career in the travel industry as a travel counselor and a manager, and really kind of earned my chops at AAA. So I can speak from experience in knowing that they vet the companies that they work with. The suppliers that they partner with are the best in the industry, and they set high standards for the suppliers to make sure that the customers are put first and serviced and taken care of from beginning to end. So working together with AAA and with Travel Impressions, you're going to get an incredible experience, and you just can't get it anywhere else. So you've made the right choice. And as Rochelle mentioned, and we'll go into the next slide, you do have special member benefits and perks by booking through AAA. So when you're thinking about getting away to the beach or anywhere really, you can take advantage of these opportunities. Rochelle mentioned the exclusive $50 tour credit that you can apply for those excursions that you pre-book and get those in place, have savings, have that taken care of so that you know that when you get on your vacation, you can enjoy every single minute of it instead of using your vacation to plan some of your vacation. And then to thank you for your business and thank you for working with AAA, we also have a bounce back offer. So by booking a trip now, we thank you for that trip by giving you $100 to apply to your next vacation with AAA and Travel Impressions. We want to keep serving you so that we can help you make lifelong memories that will carry you through. So by doing all of these things and working with AAA and Travel Impressions, it brings some additional perks with the companies that they work with. So we'll talk about on the next slide our partner privileges. These are exclusively available through AAA and Travel Impressions. And what we've done here as for Travel Impressions, and this is where our buying power, negotiating, and things come into play as we work with the partners that we have, a lot of these hotel partners that we showed you here today, and we've negotiated some of the most in-demand value-added benefits that you cannot find anywhere else. We have some shown here on the screen, everything from gourmet tequila tastings and private dining experiences, complimentary massage treatments. I would sign up for that in a heartbeat. So these are benefits that you can't access through anyone else but AAA. You pair that with your excursions and the bounce back offer, the savings, the sale that we have going on, and just the knowledge, experience, and trust that you have with AAA. You are in for a really great experience and developing those relationships so that you have vacation experiences again and again. So we just want to thank you for, again, taking time today to join us, to listen to our choices for what we think are the best fits for the different types of traveler. And as we close, if you want to pop into the chat again and tell us, you know, of the resorts we were talking about today, which one was your favorite? Where are you planning to go next? We'd love to hear from you on that. Thanks again. So I think we'll open it up for questions now.
Yeah, Heather and Rochelle, that was awesome information. I really liked how you just kind of focused on the resorts and, you know, give us the highlights. That was perfect. We it looks like most people were looking for either romance or wellness, so that's fantastic. Before we hop into some questions like Heather had suggested, I just, you know, really want to highlight the partnership we have with Travel Impressions, as Heather was mentioning, and the fact that, you know, booking through AAA with Travel Impressions, you know, the dollars off, the upgrades, bonus perks, all of that stuff. It's just waiting for you. It's part of your AAA membership, so why not take advantage of it? So we've got that there. Now let's see. We had a question regarding the spa package. I believe it was when we were talking about the Unico property. So I'm not sure if you just have that there, if you want to go back to the slide, whatever works best for you.
Sure. What was the, did you just want me to clarify what the spa
can you repeat the spa package?
Sure. So whenever you book Unico 2087, it includes spa, golf, and tours. So speaking of wellness, I highlighted particularly the spa. So anything that you see on the spa menu that is a standard, you know, massage, they have, like I said, the four-handed massage, facials, a manicure, pedicure, anything that's included in that spa menu is included when you booked Unico 2087. All you pay for when you're on property is 25% of the cost, which is essentially their service fee. So if the massage or the treatment that you're getting is $200, you'll just pay $50 on property because you're just paying that 25% service treatment. So it's not a package that you need to purchase in addition to your vacation. It's automatically included when you book Unico 2087.
Perfect. Awesome. Thank you for that. And we've got some folks that are excited for that Dreams property. So not surprised there. All right, I'm just gonna throw it at you guys now. So Heather, if someone said, okay, you can go tomorrow, which resort and what is the thing you'd be most excited to do once you get there? What would you have to say?
Oh gosh, we went through some really great resorts there. So I think Yeah, I have to say, I really do love Secrets Mall. It's a great property. It's a beautiful layout, great palm trees and landscaping throughout the property, and fantastic pools. And I'm a turtle junkie. I love getting in the water and seeing. I love swimming with dolphins. I've gotten to swim with dolphins in their natural habitat in Hawaii with the spinner dolphins. Getting to do these things and just their natural habitat and seeing sea turtles and just being able to swim right there anytime you want to go out and swim and see the sea life. And these are sea turtles, like huge, large, I could put my arms around and not reach the whole side of the shell, which is why when I was there with my best friend and she saw the sea turtles, 5 seconds later, she was on the beach. But I was just like, look, there's more turtles. So I think combining the beauty of that resort, the beach there, the experience you can have, and of course, all the food and dining that Secrets offers, it's probably one of my favorites.
That's awesome. All right, Rochelle, same question.
Well, that is a difficult question, but I am definitely a spa girl. So I really do enjoy Unico 2087. And one thing I forgot to mention with Unico is it is a sister property of Hard Rock Riviera Maya and the Hard Rock Resorts. So actually, if you wanted to go to Hard Rock one evening, you can do that. And you just pay, I believe, $10 for the transfer. And Hard Rock has an amazing nightlife and nightclub as well. So after I've relaxed at my spa, I can go over and enjoy a little nightlife at Hard Rock. But I just love using the app. I love being able to order food right to the pool. And just the butler service there is absolutely incredible. And the lead in room category there, the worst that it could possibly be is a swim out room. So I'm all about that. I love the swim up rooms, and anything upgraded, every room there then, aside from the swim out, is an ocean view. So you're always going to get a beautiful view no matter what. I'm definitely, like I said, I'm a spa girl. That's the first thing I do before I go on property is I look at their spa menu and I plan out what massage I'm going to do first.
That's perfect. Yeah, that sounds amazing. When the worst is a swim up. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. The worst is going to get.
Yeah, I mean, for someone who I'm personally not usually a big beach person, but you've got me at the swim up. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I know we talked about family resorts, but this one's kind of getting a little bit more down to the nitty gritty. What if you're traveling with teenagers versus like small children and things like that? Is there a resort that you find leads more for families with older children versus younger, or is it just family?
I mean, I think the Dreams Natura that we showed with the really great, water park and the water slides and the zip glide that they have that they can do right there on property as many times as they want. I think that can definitely be a great spot for teenagers. But to the resort that Rochelle was just talking about, that's a sister property of Unico, Hard Rock, is always a great time for everybody, and they have music experiences. They have the where you can have guitar lessons. You get to pick your music playlist while you're on property, and there's just a lot of fun things that feel kind of adulty about Hard Rock, but they gear those for the teenagers and let them kind of have that fun, livelier experience that is very unique to Hard Rock. Perfect. I don't know, Michelle, do you have a different opinion on anything?
No, I absolutely agree with what you said. Most properties, the Dreams that we talked about, they also have a teens club. So they have a kids club geared for, the younger children, ages 3 to 12. And then they have a teen zone for ages 13 to 17. And I think the Dreams Natura with that zip lining would be right up the alley of the teenagers. But if they are into music and they like video games and, they want to learn how to play the guitar, great option. And another great thing about Hard Rock is inside they have all of these, they have like Justin Timberlake's outfit, Britney Spears's outfit. It's kind of like a museum inside. So, if there is a rainy day for some reason, you always have something to see and do on property. And actually that Hard Rock even has a, oh my gosh, what's it called, Heather? It's the Camp Woodward. So they have a whole trampoline park and skateboarding park, and they even have a little mini American Ninja Warrior course. So if kids want to do that, they can do that too. So there's always lots for teenagers to do at any of the properties that we've recommended.
Perfect. I love that. I think we've pretty much covered those. Is there anything else you guys want to add to anything, touch upon before we kind of wrap it up here? I think you guys covered everything, but just in case.
I just don't miss out right now on these. This is. I mean, I get tired of saying they're unprecedented times, and that's usually intended like in a bad way that we're in unprecedented times. But we're in unprecedented times. You can experience these wonderful resorts that we've outlined. You can upgrade to suites. You can extend your stay and stay longer than you normally would because there's so much value right now. And they've taken such great care and attention to detail to making sure your experience is safe. So, you've got cabin fever, get out and take advantage of these opportunities and get to your AAA advisor as fast as you can to lock some of these great sales in that we're launching tonight. That Black Friday sale starts tonight. So.
That's and I just echo what Heather said, having experienced firsthand how resorts can adapt and you can still travel and live your life and do it safely. That's really the big takeaway here, is that the resorts that we are recommending and that AAA would recommend to you are all doing what is necessary, as talked about by the CDC, WHO, and even hiring private consulting firms to make sure that they're meeting these guidelines to ensure that you have a safe and enjoyable vacation. So you don't want to miss out.
Perfect. That's fantastic. I mean, we really appreciate you guys kind of being with us and joining us today and sharing all this fantastic information. So, if you have any questions, our AAA travel advisors are at the ready. So please feel free to reach out to one of them, AAA travel advisors at AAAnortheast.com. And or you could go on to our website at the Travel Center and you could meet an agent. So you can kind of look through agents in your area, see who's been where, see who you feel you relate to the most, and send them a message and they'll give you a call or an email, whatever you prefer. So again, we want to thank everybody for joining us, especially Heather and Rochelle. You guys did an amazing job, and hope everyone has a great day.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.